They are saying that apparently after Jim Jones and Chrissy broke up, which a lot of people didn't even know they broke up, now he's married or engaged to Brooke Bailey. There's a lot to the story. Let's talk about it. First of all, let's take it back to Jim Jones and Chrissy being together and breaking up, okay? So, people didn't know that these two had broken up because they literally were together for like 20 something years. If you know anything about Chrissy Lampkin is a gangster chick. She used to go with Alpo. Y'all know the movie Paid in Full? She was one of the dudes that the story is based off of, main girl in New York back in the day.
Let me tell you guys something. This is the craziest viral that I've ever been in my whole entire life, because I wake up one day, I do my whole routine, read my devotionals and positive stuff, and then I go on my Instagram and I see fake pages you took Jim, and I'm like, I didn't block the page. I said, who is Jim? Because I'm single, so I'm like, who is Jim? You know what I'm saying?
Jim has tied the knot with Basketball Wives star Brooke Bailey, leaving Chrissy and their long history in the past. It's a development that has blindsided fans, especially those who followed Jim and Chrissy's journey from the early days of their relationship to the struggles that drove them apart. Jim and Chrissy's relationship was one for the books. Yet despite Chrissy's efforts, including her willingness to bare her heart on national television, Jim never fully stepped up in the way she hoped. And now, if these talks are true, Jim has done what Chrissy wanted for years, but not with her. The alleged wedding photo of Jim and Brooke in full bridal attire has sent shockwaves through social media, leaving us wondering, how did we get here? After everything Chrissy sacrificed, how did Jim move on so suddenly and with someone so new? To understand the weight of this news, we need to go back to where it all began. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's relationship wasn't just a love story. It was a story that spanned over 15 years, played out in the public eye.
Is there still pressure for you and Chrissy to get officially married?
No. You married?
I'm not married.
Your mama married?
My mother wasn't married either.
All right, then. So that should answer your question. Why you worried about me getting married?
I knew you was going to come with it, Jim. I knew you was going to come with it, but as a female, I still had to ask the question.
You're talking to me about something that you haven't fulfilled or your mama hasn't fulfilled. So you should be worried about what's going on in my house. You should try to figure out what's going on in yours.
Okay, but as a fan watching the relationship on television, that is something that fans, we always kind of have that question.
As a fan, you fans need to turn around and see if your mama's married or if your father's married. That's what you fans need to do. And if that's not going on in your household, you fans shouldn't ask me any questions. You dig? I'm only letting people that has grown up in a household that's married, mother and father, and if you are in a marriage.
From the moment they appeared on Love and Hip Hop, their story became one of the most talked about events in reality TV history. What made them memorable wasn't just their connection. It was Chrissy's determination to fight for their love and Jim's frustrating reluctance to fully commit. One of the defining moments in their relationship was Chrissy's bold proposal to Jim during Love and Hip Hop's earlier seasons. In a world where women rarely took the reins in such matters, Chrissy flipped the script and got down on one knee, asking Jim to marry her. The move was both empowering and controversial, with fans split between applauding her confidence and questioning why she felt the need to take such a step. For Chrissy, it wasn't about tradition, it was about love and her belief in their future together. However, Jim's response to the proposal set the tone for much of their relationship. While he accepted her gesture, he never fully followed through, leaving Chrissy waiting for the wedding that never came. Over the years, his reluctance to commit became a major theme, causing tension and heartbreak. Despite their deep bond, Jim's hesitation cast a shadow over their relationship, leaving Chrissy to go through a sea of emotions while constantly defending her choice to stay. The emotional toll on Chrissy was massive. Being with someone as high profile as Jim Jones meant living under limelight, where every fight was scrutinized by the viewers, Chrissy's struggles weren't just with Jim's lack of commitment, but also with the constant pressure of being in the spotlight. She opened up about personal issues, including the sacrifices she made for their relationship, which only made her journey more relatable to viewers. After 15 years of love, laughter, and heartbreak, Chrissy and Jim finally went their separate ways. The breakup wasn't announced with fanfare. Instead, it was a quiet end to a relationship that had once captivated millions of their fans. Chrissy chose a different approach this time. Fans noticed her absence from Jim's life and talked about the reasons behind the split. For those who followed Chrissy's journey, her silence spoke volumes. It seemed to show her decision to prioritize herself after years of putting Jim first. She shared messages about moving on and finding peace. These posts resonated with fans who admired her strength and ability to rise above the pain of their breakup. For many people, Chrissy's quiet behavior marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where she could finally focus on herself. Still, the end of Jim and Chrissy's relationship felt like the closing of an era. Fans who had rooted for them felt a sense of loss, as if their own connection to the couple had ended too. Chrissy's ability to walk away with her head held high only added to her legacy as one of reality TV's most relatable and authentic stars. Then, out of nowhere, a new name started appearing alongside Jim Jones: Brooke Bailey.
I have been in my bag creating, from my getting ready, relaunching my website, creating for my businesses, taking care of my personal business, my kids. Like, I'm so off the radar, you know, and sometimes you get to a point in your life where, well, this is where I have been for the last few weeks, where God just kind of sat me quiet.
Known for her role on Basketball Wives, Brooke was no stranger to the world of reality TV. Her looks and confident personality had already earned her a loyal fan base, but her connection to Jim brought a new level of attention. Initially, these talks seemed regular. Brooke and Jim were spotted together at various events, but fans dismissed the sightings as casual interactions between industry peers. However, as the two began appearing together more frequently, whispers of a budding romance grew louder. Social media started buzzing with speculation, and fans began piecing together clues that pointed to something more serious. Then came the photo that changed everything. Jim and Brooke dressed in what appeared to be wedding attire. Brooke wore a gorgeous white gown and Jim sported a sharp tuxedo, their intimate pose leaving little doubt about the nature of their relationship. The picture quickly went viral, sparking debates and even outrage among fans who had once rooted for Jim and Chrissy. For Brooke, stepping into this new role alongside Jim came with its own challenges. Comparisons to Chrissy were relentless, with fans scrutinizing everything from her personality to her history on reality TV. Brooke was now a key figure in Jim's life, and their relationship was poised to take center stage. And then it happened, the picture that broke the internet. Their intimate post suggested more than just a photo shoot. It hinted at a secret wedding. Fans didn't hesitate to jump to conclusions, and within hours, the image went viral, spreading across social media platforms and stirring heated debates. For many people, this picture was the confirmation they didn't want to believe. After all the years of watching Jim and Chrissy handle their ups and downs, the thought of Jim marrying someone else was difficult for fans to digest. The photo symbolized a sharp departure from the stuff that fans had invested in for years. Was this a genuine moment or just a move to spark headlines? Some fans believed the picture was proof of a secret wedding. "It's not just for show," one fan commented. "Look at their face. You can tell they're happy." Adding to the speculation was the lack of any official statement from Jim or Brooke. The absence of clarity only fueled more theories. Was this a private celebration or a way to create buzz around their names?
I just always forget about the personal and how much we have at stake when it comes to me and you, but somehow I'm always just thinking about the hustle, and I've always been the man of my family, so all I know how to do is try to support and try to make money, and I don't want you to think that I'm selfish in any way, 'cause I love you more than I can love anything in this world. It's been a long road.
Chrissy Lampkin, who had been silent since her breakup with Jim, found herself back at the center of discussions. For someone who had been so candid about her struggles and sacrifices in their relationship, her lack of reaction to the wedding rumors was very surprising. Instead of addressing the situation directly, Christy posted a series of messages on social media. One featured a landscape with a caption about finding peace and letting go. Another spoke of overcoming challenges. Fans interpreted these posts as subtle references to Jim and Brooke's marriage. The silence left room for speculation. Was Chrissy choosing to take the high road, or was she processing the emotional weight of seeing her former partner move on so publicly? Some fans admired her grace, while others hoped she would finally speak her truth. Given her history of addressing issues, many people wondered if Chrissy was preparing for a moment to tell her side of the story, or if she was ready to leave it all behind. Now, getting involved with someone as high profile as Jim Jones comes with its own set of challenges. But Brooke Bailey's situation is even more complicated. From the moment her relationship with Jim began circulating, comparisons to Chrissy were inevitable. Fans of the former couple were quick to scrutinize Brooke, evaluating her looks, personality, and even her intentions. The attachment to Jim and Chrissy's story has made it hard for many people to embrace Brooke's role in his life. Social media has been flooded with side-by-side photos over who is the better fit for Jim. Brooke, already accustomed to the reality TV spotlight, is no stranger to criticism, but being in the shadow of such a well-documented love story might bring new challenges. On top of the comparisons, there's the question of Jim's readiness for commitment. His reluctance to settle down with Chrissy was a defining feature of their relationship. Fans wonder if Brooke will face similar struggles, or if Jim's willingness to marry her signals real growth. For years, Jim Jones' reluctance to commit was a defining part of his relationship with Chrissy Lampkin. Fans of Love and Hip Hop will never forget Chrissy's unexpected proposal. But Jim's response wasn't exactly what anyone hoped for. While he accepted the proposal in the moment, his actions in the years that followed told a different story. Jim often spoke about love and loyalty, but when it came to putting a ring on it, he always seemed to hesitate.
You want some water?
I'm just drinking my water and minding my business.
That's all we doing.
As always, fans have a lot to say, and the internet hasn't held back. The reactions to this story have been intense, with fans being divided into two camps. On one side, you have the loyal Chrissy supporters who feel this is a betrayal. Many of them argue that after all Chrissy sacrificed for Jim, seeing him marry someone else feels disrespectful. One person wrote, "She held him down for years." Another one added, "How could he just move on like this?" On the other side, there are people rooting for Brooke, seeing this as a chance for Jim to grow and embrace a new chapter. Supporters of their relationship argue that people change, and holding on to the past doesn't help anyone. Chrissy deserves happiness, and so does Jim. "If Brooke makes him happy, let him be," said another commenter. Then there's the group that questions the authenticity of the whole situation. Speculation about whether this is a publicity stunt has been rampant, especially given Jim's history of being in the spotlight. Some fans believe the viral wedding photo is just another storyline crafted to keep Jim and Brooke relevant in the entertainment world. As one skeptical tweet put it, "I'm calling it now, this is for clout. No way they're actually married." The debate over whether this is real love or a marketing move isn't new when it comes to reality TV stars. If this is a genuine step forward for him and Brooke, it could mark a big shift in Jim's life. But if it's just another storyline, it might leave fans feeling manipulated. It's worth noting that these types of things have a way of boosting public interest, keeping the individuals involved in the headlines. Whether intentional or not, the buzz around this situation has put Jim, Brooke, and even Chrissy back at the center of the pop culture conversation. But what do you guys think? Do you believe Jim has finally turned a new leaf? Or does this feel more like a rebound move? And what about Chrissy? Do you think she'll eventually speak out? Or is her silence her way of moving on for good? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the latest developments in this story. Turn on notifications so you don't miss a single update.